7 steps so you never live paycheck to paycheck again. Ladies and gentlemen, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Not broke people, not people without jobs. Regular, hard-working people. Some of them making 6 figures who would be one missed paycheck away from disaster. I mean, let that sink in for a second. 6 figures and still one bad month away from chaos. Give me the next 10 minutes, and I'm going to walk you through the exact 7 steps that get you off that hamster wheel for good. Not a trick, not a cut your coffee gimmick, a real system. The same one I used to go from living check to check myself to actually having breathing room for the first time in my life. Here's what people get wrong. They think paycheck to paycheck is an income problem. If I just made more money, I'd be fine. I used to think that too. But the reality is, I've seen people making $35,000 a year with a fully funded emergency fund and 0 debt, and I've seen people making $150,000 a year who are one car repair away from a full-blown crisis. The truth is, paycheck to paycheck isn't about how much comes in. It's about the system, or the complete lack of one, around what comes in. And that's actually good news, because a system is something you can build. You can't always control your income. You can absolutely control your system. So today, I'm giving you 7 steps. Not 20, not some overwhelming 45-page budget spreadsheet. 7. In order. Because doing them out of order is honestly one of the biggest reasons people fail at this. Let's get into it. Step 1. Track where it's actually going. I remember sitting at my kitchen table with my bank statement, genuinely confused about where my money went every month. I made decent money, it just disappeared. So I did something embarrassing. I wrote down every single dollar for 30 days. Every gas station stop, every DoorDash order at 11 p.m. because I was too tired to cook. And ladies and gentlemen, I found almost $400 a month just evaporating in places I couldn't even remember spending it. Not one big purchase, death by 1,000 cuts. This step isn't about judgment, it's about data. You cannot fix what you cannot see. So before anything else, 1 month, every dollar written down. Step 2. Fix the big 3 first. Here's where most advice gets it backwards. Everybody wants to talk about cutting out lattes and canceling Netflix. But your coffee isn't what's keeping you broke. It's the big 3. Housing, transportation, and food. For most households, these 3 categories eat up 60 to 70% of total income. That means a $400 car payment you can barely afford is doing more damage than 400 lattes ever could. Before you touch the small stuff, look hard at the big 3. Can you refinance? Downsize the car? Move somewhere with lower rent? These decisions feel harder, but they move the needle 10 times more than any micro-saving hack. Step 3. Build a starter emergency fund before anything else. I am frugal because I got tired of every small emergency turning into a full crisis. A flat tire, a dentist bill, suddenly it's on a credit card, and now you're paying interest on top of the original problem. So step 3. Before investing, before extra debt payments, get $1,000 to $1,500 set aside in a separate account. Just a buffer. This isn't your full emergency fund yet. That comes later. This is just enough so life's little surprises stop becoming financial disasters. Step 4. Pay yourself first. This is the phrase you'll hear me say over and over. Pay yourself first. Most people pay everyone else first. Rent, subscriptions, the electric company, and whatever's left over, maybe they save. But there's almost never anything left over. That's not an accident. That's how the system is designed. So flip it. The moment your paycheck lands, a set amount, even if it's just $50, moves automatically into savings before you can touch it. Automate it. Don't rely on willpower. Willpower runs out by Thursday. Automation doesn't. Step 5. Build the real emergency fund. Once the big 3 are under control and you're paying yourself first, now we build the real fund. 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. I know that number sounds intimidating. It sounded intimidating to me too. But here's the myth versus the fact. People think you need to save it all at once, in a rush, white-knuckling your way there. The fact is, this is a marathon, not a sprint. A slow, boring, automated $100 a month gets you there eventually. And eventually is still infinitely better than never. This is what buys you peace of mind. Genuinely, not looking rich, not feeling rich, just the quiet, deep relief of knowing that if something goes wrong, you're not going under. Step 6. Invest passively and automate it. Once your emergency fund is solid, it's time to let your money start working. This is where low-cost index funds come in. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone who's read enough and lived through enough to share what's worked. An index fund is basically a basket of hundreds of companies bundled together. So instead of betting on one company, you're betting on the whole market moving forward over time. Historically, the market has trended upward over long periods, and index funds keep fees low, meaning more of your money stays your money. Con, it's not a guarantee, and it's not fast. If you're looking to get rich in 6 months, this isn't your strategy. This is a 10, 20, 30-year game. Automate your contributions here too. Reinvest the dividends. Let it run quietly in the background while you live your life. Step 7. Add a second stream of income. Last step. Once your foundation is solid, look for one additional stream of income. Doesn't have to be huge. A side skill, a small service, something that isn't tied to trading your one and only set of hours for money. This is what eventually gives you real options. Because remember, money equals options. That's it. That's the whole point of this entire system. Not the number in your account for its own sake, the freedom it buys you. Here's the piece nobody tells you. This system will feel boring. And that's exactly the point. The whole reason the marketing, the credit card companies, the constant pressure to look successful sells you excitement is because boring, automated, patient systems don't make anyone else money. They only make you money. Consumerism thrives on urgency. Wealth thrives on patience. So let's bring it back. 3 things I want you to walk away with today. 1, paycheck to paycheck isn't an income problem. It's a systems problem. And systems can be built regardless of what you earn. 2, fix the big 3 before you touch the small stuff. Housing, transportation, food. That's where the real money is hiding. And 3, automate everything you can, because willpower is unreliable. But a system doesn't care how tired or stressed you are. It just runs. I know some of these steps take time. I know step 5, the full emergency fund, might feel far away right now. But every single person living comfortably today started exactly where you are. Confused, a little overwhelmed, staring at a bank statement, wondering where it all went. You're not behind. You're just getting started. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you, you know what to do. And if you want to go deeper on step 6, give the index fund video a watch next. It walks through the whole process click by click. With that, ladies and gentlemen, muchas gracias. Video número 7.